HQ.
I'll never let it die, I'll never let it die, I'll never let it die.
What is going on, guys? My name is David, and today I am going to be reviewing the brand new LEGO Ninjago episode 58, Misfortune Rising. So the episode starts off with the ninja infiltrating the police HQ, and they are in disguise. That is right, guys. So basically, Nia and Jay both have disguises, and they're trying to locate the Misfortune's Keep ship on the police database, but so far they cannot find anything. Therefore, Nia basically calls in on Kai and checks up on him on what he's doing to locate the Destiny's Bounty. So basically, Kai is with Zane in some kind of unknown disclosed location, and they're basically trying to unchain the Destiny's Bounty and get it working again so that the ninja can have their old base back. And so they trespass, and there's like this dude with a mullet and Sir Chomps-a-Lot, which is the bulldog, and they basically start hunting after the ninja in the junkyard because they have indeed trespassed. So Zane is trying to, freeze the chains and then break them, and so he tells Kai to, basically help him out, and so Kai does exactly that, and he starts melting all the chains. When Sir Chomps-a-Lot finds him and starts chasing after him, and then Kai's getting all really scared, and then he's telling Zane, we gotta go, we gotta leave this place. So both of them start running. And then the mullet dude attempts to shoot them, but misses all the shots. So then we get to Cole and Lloyd, which are basically flying to the Dark Island to find the Misfortune's Keep, but they do not find it. Instead, they find electronic parts. And so Lloyd and Cole are indeed wondering what happened to the ship. Why isn't it here? Because it's such a huge ship and nobody has seen it, and they're just electronic parts lying around. So then the scene changes back to the Misfortune's Keep when the pirates are basically just flying around, doing nothing, and then Flintlock, starts doubting his captain, and he asks Nauticon about, the plan, and just like, we've all kept our mouths shut, and you promised to tell us the plan, and you still haven't told us. So then Nauticon criticizes Flintlock for losing trust in his captain, and then he tells Flintlock that that he has his own job, and that Flintlock has his own job, and Flintlock's job is to control the ship, make sure that everything's working properly, and that's not happening, and he's just like, so go do your job, and then Flintlock is just like, yes, Captain, and then Nauticon pulls out, like, his little tiny Delara charm, and he basically says, Delara would have never doubted me. And so then later on in this scene, basically Flintlock starts to realize that the ship can't go up or down, it can only go left to right, and they basically crash into the Constricti tomb. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, basically after that, the police are on their lunch break, and so Nia buys lunch for both Jay and herself, and Nauticon poofs out of nowhere and basically starts stalking them. He looks on to their conversations, and he's noticing that Nia is actually, really reminiscent to Delara, and he's, amazed by her beauty and all that stuff. So yeah, basically in this scene, Nia basically tells Jay that he's just a friend, and that's all he will ever be. And so Jay gets pretty heartbroken by this, but then, he says, all right, I'm going to be a really good friend and all that stuff. And she was just like, sure and all that stuff. So then they basically do a fist bump, but then Jay gets some hamburger sauce onto his torso, and he leaves. And so that allows Nauticon to basically separate both of them and just check up on Jay, since he needs one of the ninja to capture in his Jin Blade. So he basically, while Jay's going around to clean his shirt, Nauticon just poofs out of nowhere again, and basically tries to force Jay to make a wish. And Jay's just like, I don't want a wish. And then Nauticon's just like, don't you want, the girl? And then Jay's just like, oh, wait, I thought you could never wish for love. And then Nauticon's just like, but there are other ways to get what you want. So then Jay wishes that he was never born in the junkyard, and that he was never, poor and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden, that is what happens. Your wish is yours to keep. So the postman comes, and he hands Jay a letter. And the letter actually does entail the fact that his father has passed away, and he has inherited all of his money. And so with that news, Jay is like really, really, really frustrated with himself and really scared. So he flies away on his dragon out of the city to the Edna and Ed scrap and junkyard, where he then confronts his mother and asks her, where is a father? And then she was all like, he's not here right now. And then, yeah, basically Ed shows up, and Jay is like really relieved and just like, I got this letter. It said that you died, and I'm just really glad that that didn't happen to you. So then this is where Jay's parents decide to break him the news, and they both tell Jay that he was adopted and that they found him on their doorstep with a letter and a key. And so Jay basically takes the letter and the key, and he starts investigating, and he goes to the actual estate which he inherited. And yeah, he basically goes inside. It's actually a really, really, really cool estate, and I wish that Lego would make some kind of UCS Ultimate Collector's set version of this, because it's a really cool estate and has like all this Prince Donikin stuff and stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, basically, here's just another shot of the actual room in the estate. And this is the part where Jay finds out that his actual biological father is indeed Prince Donikin himself. And so then Jay kind of finds like this book of how to woo woman, and Jay reads the book, and he finds out that less is more, and the less he says, the more girls will start falling for him. So then Natakan comes into the room, poops out of nowhere again, and yeah, Jay's just like, I don't want a second wish. You ruined all that stuff, and then Natakan's just like, nope, I didn't ruin anything. I just merely revealed the truth that you never knew. And so then Natakan tells Jay that he still has a second wish. He's trying to persuade him that to tell him that wish, and then Jay's just like, no, that will never happen. And then Jay by accidentally says, just leave me alone. I wish that I was in a room alone without you. So then Natakan gets pretty ticked off, and then he says, you still have a third wish, and he goes and leaves. And then Nia comes into the actual mansion, and yeah, she basically tells Jay that she was looking for him, and his father, told her where to find him. And so then she asks him about this place and what this place actually is. And then Jay doesn't say anything because he read that book, which was like less is more. And so then she jumps to the conclusion that this is actually Jay's secret hideout, and she's pretty impressed. So yeah, basically Jay is a player now. So it goes back to the scene where Clancy and Monkey Wrench are trying to get the ship Misfortune's Keep out of the Constricti tomb. So that's when Natakan returns, and then Flintlock asks Natakan, how did he do, and whether he got the ninja trapped. And then Natakan's just like, nope, that did not happen. And then Flintlock is just like, oh, well, since that didn't happen, maybe I can tell you, what your plan should be. And then Flintlock goes on and tells him that he should put the Sky Pirates to work, and he should invade Ninjago City so that the ninja get all caught up with the actual battle, and then Natakan can pick them off one by one and trap them in his Jin Blade. So then Natakan's just like, that's why I made you your first mate, or that's why I made you my first mate. And yeah, so then they all get like this evil plan, and Natakan's just like, it's time to get the entire old crew back. So that's when the ninja are in like this underground brawl arena place where we did see this first in I believe season 4 with Kai. And so yeah, the ninja are just chilling, and then on the news they see that the Misfortune's Keep has attacked Ninjago City, and the police are trying to hold back the ship. They're just like put down the ship, or not put down the ship, bring down the ship and stop flying that vehicle. And so then the police commissioner is just like yelling all that, but then obviously the pirates aren't going to do that, and they're just continuing to fly around the city, and basically they're just shooting all these buildings with their cannonballs. And yeah, so then the ninja go outside to the city, and they see the ship attacking the city, and they decide to battle it. And so yeah, basically the ninja tell the commissioner that they're going to help out and all that stuff. Then the commissioner basically brings along like this taser gun, and he starts running after the ninja because he wants to arrest them. But then, yeah, as you guys can see, there's a lot of havoc that the Misfortune's Keep is indeed causing. And so then Flintlock battles Zane and Nia, and he realizes when Nia takes off her ninja mask that she looks exactly like Delara. And then Cole is, on top of a rooftop where he sees Dog Shank, and then Dog Shank, like, literally crushes him with all of her weight, and she throws him around. And this is actually a scene where we find out that the balloon knows Spinjitzu. I'll do a video on this, I believe, probably tomorrow. And so yeah, basically we find out that the balloon has the ability to perform Spinjitzu, and so then Cole and the balloon battle. I mean, Cole, Lloyd, and the balloon battle, but then Lloyd is just like, leave him, we don't have time for this, and they basically perform Air Jitsu, and they go to the actual Misfortune's keep itself. And this is where Kai and Jay split up, and Kai basically starts running after the keep, and he's like, we need that lantern and all that stuff, so he runs, and then this is where Natakan poofs out of nowhere again, and he basically takes Kai to the Dark Island, where he corners him alone, and he says, you can wish, I can help you out, you can wish for anything you want, and Kai's just like, I wish you would take me back. And that's exactly what Nanakan does, but he takes him back to Ninjago City, back when it was not Ninjago City, when it was just a humble village, and they were just constructing the actual city. So yeah, basically Kai's just like, what is this place and all that stuff, and then he sees his father. That is right, guys, this is the first time that we've actually seen, Kai's father confirmed by LEGO themselves, and so, of course, you guys know that he had his own little, blacksmith shop, and he was trying to sell weapons to civilians and citizens, telling them to protect themselves from the pirates because the pirate activity has indeed increased in the area. And so then one of the clients actually just slams the door on him, and he drops all of his weapons, and then, he's just like, Kai, he doesn't actually say Kai, but he's just like, hello, friend, help me. And then Kai's like getting all worried that if he's going to make any contact with his father, then the past will drastically change. So he's just like, nope, I'm not going to do it. And then Nanakan's just like, you still have a second wish. And then Kai's just like, I wish for you to take me back, like when villains like you didn't exist, and the girls were still crazy for me. So Nanakan does exactly that, but he says that the wish was too complicated and that only the girls are crazy for him. And that is where they're like these zombie girls that like start running after him, and they're really crazy for Kai, a little bit too crazy for me. And so yeah, they're basically, as you guys can see, it's pretty creepy. But Natakan's like laughing to himself. And then it changes back to the scene in the actual present time where Cole throws Monkey Wrench off of the actual ship. And yeah, so then Cole infiltrates the Misfortune's Keep ship, and he starts looking for the lantern with the map on it, when all of a sudden Flintlock starts shooting at him, and he actually does shoot Cole, but then the bullets start, like, he misses Cole because obviously Cole is a ghost, and the bullet goes straight through him, and then, believe it or not, the bullet actually cracks the realm crystal. So apparently the realm crystal is indeed destroyed in this episode. But then Cole takes the actual lantern. He says, I got what we came for, and then him and Lloyd, I mean, not him and Lloyd, Lloyd and Jay and Cole, excuse me, they all run off the ship. And so yeah, they have the lantern, and then the scene changes back to where Kai is, being confronted by all these girls that are crazy for him, and then Natakan's just like, you can wish it all to go away. And remember that scene with Klaus and Natakan back in the first episode of Skybound? Well, yeah, you guys know that Klaus was after that captured. That is exactly what Natakan is doing right now. And once Kai wishes for the wishes to go away, Nanakan captures him in the actual sword. And as you guys can see, it does change color, and we do get to see that Kai is indeed trapped inside the Jin Blade. And so after that, Nanakan's just like, we came what we got for. I mean, wait, yeah. We got what we came for, my bad. And so yeah, they all the Sky Pirates fly away. And then Lloyd confronts the commissioner, and the commissioner's just like, stand still. I'm going to arrest you. And then Lloyd's just like, we were trying to help out, and you know that it's true. And then the commissioner does not tase him, and Lloyd runs away. And then commissioner is just like, I knew, I hit it when you guys are right. But yeah, after that, the ninja go to their meetup spot, and Cole is just like, Kai, light up the lantern. And all of a sudden, Kai isn't there, and the ninja realize that Kai is not there. But then all of a sudden, like, they hear some kind of earthquake, and they feel some kind of earthquake, and they're wondering, what is that? And then, remember that scene with the junkyard? Well, all of a sudden, a piece of the entire land just floated up into the air. So it's kind of like a cliffhanger, and I'm really trying to like figure out what's happening. And I don't really know how the ninja's powers and the souls of the Jin Blade influence, the creation of Ninjago. But we basically know that the Natakan is trying to recreate Ninjago and make the entire world of Ninjago pay for what they have done to his actual realm. And so he's basically one by one, picking up all these islands and just elevating them, and essentially destroying Ninjago in the process. So overall, this episode was very, very, very entertaining. I really did like it. And basically, all these 4 episodes so far of Skybound were amazing. We still have 6 more episodes to go. And overall, I just really love this season. It's probably one of the best seasons that we have ever actually seen from Ninjago. I really do like it. All these episodes are very, very, very awesome, and I just enjoy them a lot. So if you guys do agree with me, tell me down in the comment section below. If you guys do not agree with me, also tell me in the comment section down below. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. Please leave a like if you guys did enjoy the video. And as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on my next LEGO Ninjago video. Come to you guys very, very soon. Thank you all so much for watching, guys.